everyone, it's Elena Bartosz, your real estate investor. Today, my podcast is Christmas Party. Today, my guests are great people, Chris James and Angel Miller. Couple words about those people. So, for those who doesn't know, I do real estate investment business. I joined wonderful community sub to 7 or 8 months ago. I don't remember. And when you join some great community, you always will meet great people. Some of these people will support you, some of these people will teach you, people teach you different ways, but sometimes you feel you meet really, really kind of mentors, people who you can rely on, who can give you really golden nuggets. And uh, these kind of people I met in sub 2, and both these two are these type of people. Angel and Chris, wonderful, awesome go-givers. They're very experienced investors. And right now we even started doing business with them. So we just bought property together with them. So they are not just my friends, my mentors, they are already my business partners. And I'm proud to be there in their circle. Meet Chris and meet Angel.
Hey,
Hello, guys.
Hey,
how are you? How are you?
crazy.
I'm wonderful. How are you?
I'm doing well, doing well. Just say thank you for the intro. That was amazing.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much, guys, for being my guest.
No. Thank you for having us. And as a business partner as well, we just took down that property and it's first amenity. I'm super excited about it. So thank you for that.
Oh, yeah. Thank you so much, guys. Yeah. Your help and your support is golden, really. Yeah. So for those who does not know you, could you please tell people who is Chris and who is Angel?
Ladies first.
Oh, okay. It's gonna be nice tonight. So, I'll keep it short. We're not going to go back to 1918 and start. We'll keep it short and sweet. But yes, Elena, it is. First of all, thank you very much, and it's always a pleasure to be in your company. You have just an awesome spirit, and I couldn't be more pleased to have you as a student. You were a student, and now a partner. So that's super exciting. But I've spent the last couple of years, just doing real estate. I've done it all. Wholesaled. We do long-term, short-term, mid-term, co-living now. That's the big thing. We have done mentorships and just so many things. I've had the opportunity to do so many things over the last couple of years and really put in, I have a background in business, and I've been able to take that and really segue the most important pieces that you need as a real estate investor, and bring it to the table and bring it to other people who also need help and need a step up to get to where they're going. So that's kind of what we're concentrating on now, is really just being a resource to others and educating them and having that opportunity to really make a difference in somebody's life.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Angel.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, Chris James, the one and only. No, I come from a hospitality restaurant background, and that's something I still got a passion of. That doesn't go away, right? A lot of people will put that on the back burner, but no, it's still on the front stove. Just I dibble dab in the real estate a little bit more. But yeah, I have a restaurant hospitality background that I transitioned into the real estate realm. And as Angel mentioned, we have several different businesses, mentorships that we love helping our students. We love giving value and ensuring that people don't go through the obstacles we went through. So, this actually happened in a short period of time. And shockingly enough, COVID, I think for myself and Angel, that's what literally business was more so focused on, more so the entrepreneurship and what that really looks like in a scale. Now, let's be honest, when starting off, you don't know what that really looks like, right? You have no idea. You're kind of going with the flow. Maybe this will work, maybe that will work, but you finally find exactly what really you love to do, the first and foremost, and then take it from there to find your objective, and brings us to today, where we have, what, 5 businesses? 5 businesses now, and it's been different different kind of realms of creative. Say that from rental car companies and mentorships and so on and so on. So we love what we do, and we're not going to stop what we love to do. So this is just the beginning, and I just recently moved to Florida. This is a different kind of Christmas for me. This is a different kind of Christmas. There's no snow. I don't see no snow, so I'm like driving around today. Where's the snow? I was speaking to my father this morning, and I'm sorry, this afternoon, and literally no exaggeration, 9 degrees. 9 degrees. Here is 81. Crazy, right? Crazy. I'm like, I got all these trees around my house, but no snow. So
Not the same. It's not the same.
I should have bought the machine and just had it
Yeah.
going.
I told him to make the pool an ice rink. He didn't listen.
So
How guys you survive without snow? I have no idea.
I have
How
no
do you
idea.
survive without snow?
No idea. I'm getting used to it though. I am getting used to it, but I
What you do?
Yeah.
do miss it. So, but that's a little
Yeah.
bit about more so how I got into real estate from the hospitality realm. I was kind of pushed more so from COVID. COVID, everyone's just collecting the stimulus checks, but
Yeah.
I utilized those checks when I was unemployed to invest. So that's what I did. I invested those checks, and it got me to where I'm at today.
It's so interesting. You see, but why real estate?
Why real
Why
estate?
real estate? Yeah, why?
That's a phenomenal question. I don't think anyone ever asked me that before. Why real estate? Literally, one thing about real estate, which back then, if I knew what I knew now, I would have jumped into real estate instantly. But real estate, what drew me to real estate was more so, if you truly think about it as an individual, let's put everything to the side. Where we lay our heads, what things we drive, like all these different things. There's real estate all around us, right? And real estate is never going to go nowhere. It's never going to go nowhere. And no matter what happens, a natural disaster could happen tomorrow. Real estate is not going nowhere. And no matter what happens in all 50 states around, even around the world. And what drew me to real estate is more so just the opportunities. It was an endless amount of opportunities for real estate in general. And I jumped in because I love money. Let's be honest. I love who doesn't
It's
love
great reason.
and
Great reason.
from what when I was raised, my parents did the best they could, right? They did the best they could and from what they know of. So I can't blame them, right? So I wanted to create a life in the future, and I know 85% of the world, the way you actually create that general wealth is within real estate. And I know for a fact that that's what I'm doing. And that's what I love to do. And I'm not going to change that because I know for everything I went through in the last couple of years and the obstacles and challenges is all going to literally get to what I want and need in life. And that's peace. That's truly peace, right? And I kid you not, that's right around the corner. And it's so funny that you asked that question because someone made a post today in the group and they said, and I actually I'm gonna say his name, Eric Howell. Eric Howell said this. He said it in the group, he asked the question and said, who really loves to work a W-2?
Nobody? I guess so. Nobody. But somebody does.
Who really loves to work a W-2? No one.
Yeah.
You're let's be honest, you're technically working for somebody else to give them success, but you're not truly working for yourself. And that's what a lot of things like me, I don't like clocking in and out. I can speak for Angel. She doesn't like clocking in and out either. We love the entrepreneurial world where in reality, let's be honest, we can wake up when we want to. We can wake up. We can be 3 o'clock in the morning. We can go sleep until almost 12 o'clock in the afternoon if we want to. But we're not going to do that. We'll work 24/7 if we have to. And when I saw that post and I saw these comments going down the list, I'm like, people love it. That's what they like to do. And you can't change that. So it brings me to my next question. Why are you comfortable working a W-2? Like it just that bothers me a little bit, and I don't know why it bothers me, because in reality, let's be honest, no one in the world have to work a W-2 if they really wanted to.
Well, and just to throw that out there, I guarantee you the largest percentage of people who are in a W-2 is for security.
Yep.
That's it. That's it. They don't have the belief in themselves that they can support whatever it is they're getting from that W-2. Plain and simple.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for me, guys, it's obviously you already has very specific set of mind before you join its
Yes.
real estate, right? So, but anyway, I believe you can through even more shift. Could you please tell us what qualities did you gain after you joined a real estate investment business, and what values you gained? Maybe some lights happened in your brain, something very special for you.
You want to take that one, Angel?
Sure, sure. I've always been a very independent woman, we should say. If I wanted something, I'd go after it, that kind of thing. But I'm going to be honest with you, I've gotten knocked around being an entrepreneur, knocked around, knocked off my high horse. Every school of hard knock that you'll learn in entrepreneurship. What I didn't realize was how resilient I am, how patient I am for waiting for what I want. Um, those are both very personal to me because let's be honest, we've all had life happen to us at some point. You know, you could have been through, bad careers, bad partners, whatever that looks like. We've all been somewhere and done something. Um, and you think you're pretty tough. Entrepreneurship is the toughest thing that you will ever do.
It will be my next question.
Yeah, I mean, and to know that it's mind-boggling to me how resilient I've become. Where I used to think about things as problems, Chris really drove this home for me. It's never a problem, right? It's really only a solution. It's a new way to find a solution to something. It's just a small bump in the road, and learning not to get worked up when things do go wrong. Because let's be honest, if you're in real estate, things are going wrong all the time. And it is. I mean, it's just the nature of the beast. And if you can't adapt and you can't go with those ebbs and flows, entrepreneurship is definitely not for you. And then on top of that, I'd say real estate investment is definitely not the tree you need to go barking up if you're not going to be resilient. So that's one thing that resonated with me personally, Elena, was my growth in that area. I've come a long way in learning how to react, I guess is the best way to say it, because that's really all that matters. It's not how you feel, it's how you react to what you feel. So that was a big step for me.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Angel.
Yeah.
Guys, before Chris, I not try to interrupt you. I'm just cannot not to comment. I just would love to say so. We all used to, you guys always go givers. You give to people, you support people, and it's awesome right now to see you vulnerable, to see you open and yeah, just you guys, you're not just mentors, you're not just strong individuals who teach people, who support people. Hi, Bill, thank you so much for being today with us. But you are just humans like us. It's awesome.
I have questioned a few times if Chris was a robot, but I assure you he's not. He can work like nobody. Okay. But yeah, being vulnerable, and Chris is much better at that than me. But vulnerability is my Achilles heel. I have a hard time being vulnerable, especially in front of other people. I have a hard time just being vulnerable with myself. I'll thank Chris.
Yeah.
He's really helped me in that area. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
Accountability. Having
Yeah.
uncomfortable
Wow.
conversations. He's the man. Yes, Michelle, really.
It's awesome. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Michelle. Thank you. Great to see you today here. So, what about you, Chris? What was your shift for these
Um,
years?
I think my shift was knowing I was capable of more, and working as a director of operations for like 10 years, almost a decade. Well, it's like nine and a half, but before everything switched over, it was just I knew that I was capable of more. I always wanted to own something, not run something, but own something. Two totally different things, right? And when I used to work at these
Mm-hmm.
restaurants, I treated every single store I ran, and I ran 6 locations at one time as my own. As I said, Chris James on it. And I was busting my ass off. Like, I'm like, damn, going on 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, 8 years. And I knew I had more in me. There's no way I'm dreaming about all this different stuff that's not in my life that I want. There's no way that's happening. There's no way this magically, like literally something on TV's coming up and I'm like, oh my God, I should be there. That should be my house. I should be doing that. I know for a fact everything happens for a reason. I'm a true firm believer that when it's my time, it's my time. A lot of people always ask me, like, Chris, when are you planning? What is your next plan as far as next month, next year, and all that good stuff? At the end of the day, depending on who asks that specific question, you're going to get 2 different answers. Only reason I say it
Mm-hmm.
is you got to be careful what you're putting out to that world. You have to be very careful. As I expressed a couple weeks ago, and one of my businesses, that one grossed about I think it was $180,000. I was not happy with that business because not yeah. Let me preface. $180,000 is great. Let me just say it's great. However, the ball was dropped somewhere in that business. So within that business, you figure out what happened. Don't settle. And I'm never the type of guy to settle. I don't care if one of my business increased by 15%. I don't care if it increased by 100%. Don't settle. And that's why a couple years ago, I'll never forget when someone asked you, like, what if I give you $1 million right now? It's not going to change the way I feel. It's not going to change. I kid you not. Someone could park enough. Someone could just say, hey, Chris, here's $1 million right now. Here's the wires instructions. It's going to be in your account tomorrow morning by 8 a.m. Promise you, nothing's going to change. I'm not going to jump up and do 18 jumping jacks. Hey, I got 18. That doesn't faze me. That doesn't get me going. That really doesn't. What gets me going is more so providing value and having the right people around me. Because let's be honest, there's days I'm like, okay, damn, I'm not having a great day. So who can I actually call to help you get through whatever obstacle or whatever you're going through? Because let's be honest, the more money you have, the more obstacles you're going to face. And a lot of people don't realize that.
Amen.
And I know there's some people that's probably watching right now and or going to watch in the future that's going to say, oh, $1 million must be nice, right? It must be nice in their account. As fast as you can get $1 million in your account, as quick as it could be gone the next day. I promise you that. I promise you that. I'm not making this up, guys. I promise you that. And when you get into these kind of atmospheres and having these conversations with the right people, it's not when can I expect $1 million? Is more so how can we 10 times our business or 5 times whatever business you're working on to make $1 million in that company, not just have one time $1 million and then you're good to relax for 6 months. And again, it's just more so it comes back to the mindset. And one thing for me was I just don't like to settle. I stay consistent. I stay hell of a consistent in a lot of things I do, but just don't settle. Because once you start settling, people are going to bypass you. People are going to bypass you. myself and Angel, literally, as far as what we have going on in our business, we actually recently went over, well, actually almost like a month and a half now. We've been going over our goals for next year and all this other stuff. That's going to happen. The goals we put, the goals, the tasks, and the achievements that we're going to have is going to be amazing. You guys are going to be shocked, like, damn, you guys did all this in a year. We know what we did in 2024. We know what we did in 2023. So there's no reason why in 2025 we can't combine those two and make it happen.
Not only that, just to add to that, Chris, it wasn't just 2025.
Yeah.
We planned we planned out for the next 10 years.
Yes.
We have an actual plan for every year for the next 10 years.
Yeah.
Already.
That's we worked a month and a half to go.
I love it.
You know, what's the old saying? If you don't make a plan, you what? Planning to fail.
You don't have final destination.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that actually. Yeah.
So, yeah. I mean, that's going to keep us on track. That's going to keep us consistent. That's going to keep us accountable, right? Every month when we have a monthly meeting over those goals for the year, the quarter, whatever that looks like, that's when we're going to say, Chris, did you do your job? Did you do these things that were on your list to do? Did I do the things that are on my list to do?
Yeah.
And if not, why and how can we help each other get back on track, right?
Yeah.
But if you don't have a plan, there's no accountability. You can't be accountable for something you don't know you're supposed to be doing, right? So
yeah,
we are ensuring our consistent success over the next 10 years.
And you have to.
I love it. Actually, accountability question, it was, yeah, absolutely. Sorry, Chris.
No, you're fine.
Yeah.
You're fine.
Just actually, my question about accountability was my next question. Mm-hmm. How you guys, how you manage accountability process? Because I know for many people, for many investors, this is a challenge. For me as well. Mm-hmm. Because always when I know, for example, my nature, I can be bossy sometimes, I can be pushy sometimes, and I don't want to cross this board, and this is something in our head. I don't want to ask someone, Angel, did you do this, and this? Chris, tell us, please. Did you do it or you don't? Yeah. So how you manage accountability and you stay still friends?
I think, in my humble opinion, just like you said, sometimes you need to say it like that. But I do gotta say, like me, I personally want somebody to say, "Hey, Chris, this wasn't completed last week. Where are we at on?" I prefer somebody to say that versus being around a bush. Say, "Hey, Chris, I don't know, just something like soften it up. Like, hey, Chris, just to let you know, I did check this. I see it wasn't done. Just let me know when you can finish it." No. You said it was going to be completed last week. Where are we at, and what's the next steps? Because if you don't hold that kind of accountability, especially with a business partner or just the people in your environment who's helping you grow, there's no reason why they're there. There's really no logical reason why they're in your vicinity.
Because they're not bringing value.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely.
But I mean, Elena, some simple solution for somebody who may be in a position where they're not like on the grand scale of, making the plan for the next 10 years. It just starts with every time you meet with that person. At the end of the conversation, it's okay, Chris, I need just to wrap this up. This is what I'm going to do. These are the things that I'm going to go over, right? Maybe I missed something in the conversation. Maybe I didn't, Chris, what are you taking care of? And then you meet back. The next time you meet back, both of you should have, some form of update on what it was you were supposed to take care of. But that's an easiest way of holding each other accountable, is just stating, I'm going to take care of these things. You're going to take care of these things. And next time we meet up, we're going to give each other an update. Or Chris is going to call me out because I didn't do it. It's that simple. But that's also ensuring that you have somebody whether you're a partner or your team that's open to that accountability, because not everybody's going to be open to that. Okay. So that's first and foremost. Make sure that you build that team, build an accountable team who doesn't mind being called out, because, you do have to have those conversations, and they're not always fun. So
Yeah.
I do got to take that a step further. When you're building your team, if they're not open for that conversation, I don't think they're right for the team.
yeah,
So that's one thing definitely to keep in mind, especially building the team out, because I know Angel and I, we've been interviewing actually over the last month and a half for different positions, and accountability is huge for us. That
yeah,
is huge, huge. It speaks volumes of who you are as an individual, and and that's why when Angel and I then we're having a lot of different interviews, and I'm like, okay, great. What is the responsibility level? Are we not going to are we going to play the blame game? What are we going to do? Because I used to be that guy. I used to be that guy back when I was at the restaurant. You could have fought me for nothing. I didn't clean that grill. I didn't. I wasn't told to clean the grill. So there's a lot of different things, and Michelle, having the tough conversations are very important. It helps you grow 100%. Every day I'm growing. Like I kid you not, every time I'm on the meeting with Angel, I'm constantly thinking in my head, like I'm doing a lot of active listening, but I'm growing. It may be minor, but it's really growing. You never know uh, what the day is going
Give me a
to
couple minutes.
be, but,
Oh, I'm back.
but you just truly don't know, and you find out you find yourself more.
yeah,
A lot of people know I'm actually taking a few public speaking courses and all that good stuff, and that's one thing I'm personally working on. Uh, One thing, a perfect example is I'm figuring out what triggers me. I'm figuring out what triggers me on a different aspect, right? And that's a good thing because initially, like, just imagine having a doing a speaking engagement in front of 1,000 people and somebody asks the wrong question. Do you freeze up? Do you run off stage? Do you end the show? Like, what is that? So you got to understand how to navigate that, how to more so communicate with whatever that looks like, or people, group of people, or just whatever it looks like. Just truly, one thing. These are phenomenal questions first and foremost.
yeah.
A lot of these questions I don't think I have been asked before, so this is great that you're asking. Uh, but accountability is everything. Accountability. I'm glad to have a business partner, Angel. She's a great operator as well, and just around the right people. Because let's be honest, a lot of people don't understand. I'll just use the math equation. Let's 1 times 1 is what? 1, right? If you think about it, like, well, that's not going nowhere. That's not going. You nothing else you can do with that. You can't do it alone, and that's why you got to have the right
At all, no, never.
Yeah.
Never, never. And actually, guys, we all are related to Jesse Stanton, my another mentor, and I know how Jesse teaches all his students. Accountability is the king. Accountability is the king, and
Right.
partnership
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh, she froze.
and
Froze on me.
actually we are going to do a podcast with yeah, we're going to do a podcast with Jesse soon, and our topic will be partnership.
Mm,
And from everything I hear from you guys, I believe you found your golden nuggets because yeah, it's a hard job to build team.
it is.
Yeah, and big
Yeah.
luck. Yeah, and before I will jump into questions about, go ahead.
No, no. I was just gonna say I agree. I don't know. Part of me is saying yes, it is true. It is difficult to build partnerships, but I don't. I have to play the devil's advocate here. Once you know what you want out of life, it's very easy
Mhm.
to find partnerships.
Yeah. Agreed.
Partnerships really start to become more difficult. You face a lot of obstacles within those partnerships because you truly don't know where you're heading or where's the alignment. It sounds great, but deep down, is that really what you're looking to do? I went through many partnerships. I can't blame them. I'm blaming myself because I should have had my line in the sand. I should have had my checkbox of what I would allow as a partnership. I should have asked those specific questions. So I allowed that into my space. And now I know what I want.
And also, Elena, it's very important because sometimes you can build a really great team. Um, what's the difficult part is building the culture for that team.
Mhm.
If you don't do that, you can take a great team and disseminate it, just kill it because the culture isn't appropriate. Okay. You're
Yep.
not offering the opportunities they need, things like that. So it's not always about just hiring the right people. You can hire the right people, but if you're not giving them the tools, the resources, and building a culture of accountability, um, at some point it's going to fall apart.
Absolutely.
To me, that's the most important. It's not just hiring the right people, but giving them the right environment to thrive in.
Yeah. Thank you, Angel. It's great advice. And for those from us who just building our teams, who building partnerships, yeah, we should learn from more experienced people
Yes.
and to absorb all this information. And just like Angel said, we need to know what we want from
Yes.
partnership as well.
Yeah.
And it's our absolutely our fault if we've done some mistakes. But again, experience.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, guys.
You
Before
surround
I
yourself
will.
with good people. Sorry, when you surround yourself with good people, though, Elena, those are mistakes you don't have to make.
Yeah.
You don't.
Yeah.
You learn if you can learn from others' mistakes. So it's important who you pull in to mentor you and get you on the right track. Make sure it's somebody who's really doing what you want to do.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not trying to interrupt you. I feel I have some issues with connection, and I'm getting your voices sometimes like with delay. Okay, so before I will jump into questions about your strategy in buy and hold business right now. So my last question about mindset. Okay, everything has own price. And I believe this type of freedom you guys received after you joined real estate, you paid something. So what was your price? Angel, what was your price?
Uh, I think I kind of mentioned it earlier. The price that I paid, and I consider it a debt well done. Um, the price for me was not letting go of a smaller expectation of what I could do. Um, the price for me was sitting broke for a really long time because I just didn't take the right steps, or I couldn't fathom that I could do the things that I could truly do on my own because I come from a W-2 world too, right? I couldn't, the price I paid for me was I said unsuccessful for far too long when I had the ability to do all the things that I'm doing, but didn't apply them the way that I needed to. So the price for me was remaining unsuccessful for too long. That was the price.
Mhm.
The,
Thank you.
the price for me was time.
Mm.
For me, was time. And this relates to you don't know when your time is up on this world.
Yeah.
You truly don't know. I could be dead and gone tomorrow, right? I really could. Hit by a bus. Do we want that to happen? No. Some may. No. No. But you just never know when your time is truly up or when it's going to expire. And I didn't want to be stressed out working a W-2 for the next 30 to 40 years, trying to potentially get what I want versus going after what I'm going to get. And people are dying on a daily basis. I had a death last week. People are dying. One of my uncles passed away,
Oh,
and
sorry.
just don't. Oh, thank you, I appreciate it. We just don't know truly when our time is going to expire.
Mhm.
So why not go after what you want to do now and make it worth it? Make it truly worth it. And when I when I realized that just the overall factor of just life, time, energy, peace, things changed for me. I didn't tolerate the bullshit.
Mhm.
I don't have time for the bullshit, to be honest. Hope this is a PG-13 show, but don't want to get you banned here over here. Um, just really understanding and reflecting on the time. It's everything. Sometimes you do got to invest to buy back your time. I know everyone's on this buy back your time by Dan Martell thing, but way before then, time has always been a factor for me. Period. I need to ensure. Well, I'm gonna rephrase this. Rephrase. I'm going to ensure that my family's taken care of. That's going to happen, and that starts with being around the right people, having the right mindset, not going out to parties every single weekend. Sometimes you got to make sacrifices, a lot of sacrifices, and a lot of sacrifices. And the fact of a lot of people won't understand, and that's okay. You're living your truth. My truth is I want to live as long as I can and make sure my family is taken care of before depart from this world. And again, I know it's probably a touchy subject, but I'm that guy to just say, like, you just don't know. You truly don't know. And you need to be working. I want to say work. You should be trying to get what you truly want to get right now and not wait. I don't care if whoever's listening to it right now or next year or whenever they're going, the viewers in the future. If you want something right now, don't wait until you have $5,000 in your account. Don't wait until you have $15,000 in your account to try to go after what you really want to do. Technically, you can do whatever you want to do right now if you really wanted to. When I got into real estate, Cody Sperber, clever investor, I put my account in the negative to get there. I put my account in the negative, and I got there. I made sure it was a round way ticket. I had a way home. It was a round way ticket. I went to Arizona. It was Cody Sperber, Cole Haddock, John Carlos, and a couple other individuals. There's literally 7 of us that was there at the dinner table. They're talking about a lot of money. Buying this property, buying that property. I have no properties. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that looks like. I don't know the language. Ooh, that sounds like a lot of money. I'm seeing all this food come out, appetizers, entrees, and all these fancy things. Table of 7. Mind you, Cody Sperber, he's at the head of the table. Cole Haddock is on the right hand side of me. You have people, it's a small table, there's 7 of us, but it's in the rectangular shape. People are talking about what they're going to do, what they're doing, and how they're going to execute it. And in my head at that time, I kid you not, I'm thinking like I got negative $642 in my account right now. Negative $642. I won't ever pick that dollar amount because in my head I'm like under the table, like trying to check my phone, like how I'm going to pay for this bill right here, like because that was what I was going through at the time, and I don't know. It was like a relief when Cody Sperber said, "Guys, get whatever you want. It's on me." And he just put the card down without looking at the bill. I'm like, I know for a fact I needed to change my environment, get away from the drama, get away from all that stuff. So when I went back home, I knew for that time real estate was for me, and I knew the friends I was around had to go. The gossip, the drama, the talk about this person, the hearsay, I had no time for it because my time was everything at that point. I didn't want to be at the table having negative $642 in my account. So I made sure that never happened again. So after I left, I kid you not, I was so laser focused. I distanced myself from a lot of people, from friends, family, a lot of people. They thought Chris was acting brand new. 100% I am. 100% I am. I have a different destination, and it's not with you guys. If you guys want to go drinking every night and go clubbing, that's no longer me. If you want to invite me somewhere, I'm busy. I'm setting the expectation right then and there. So there's no animosity, there's no nothing. So I know, to make a long story long, that's what really changed my entire thing, was more so time. Because initially, let's be honest, I told myself from that day forward, I will never go to some kind of event where if anything does happen, I'm not able to afford it or pay for it. So bring it all back. Time. Time was me. Time was a huge factor for me, and I knew for a fact that we truly don't know when our last breath is going to be taken. We truly don't know what's going to happen in life. But all we can do is control what we can control. Don't try to control things you really have no control of. Let's be honest. Stop trying to control everything. And that's why I wake up positive. Like, what in our houses got squatters in it? I want to sleep like a baby. I can't control that. You know, our property management company is doing what they're doing to handle the situation, and that's perfect example. The time you hire somebody else to do it. Worry about the bigger problems. And I'm a big opponent. I'm gonna say this again. You guys can probably think like he said this last time. Yes, I'm gonna say it again. You are not in business unless you're being sued or threatened to be sued.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah. I agree. Yeah. I agree.
Sounds cool. Yeah, sounds cool. Yeah, thank you, Chris. Guys, for those who watch us right now, please don't forget you have chat. Please ask any questions to Chris, ask any questions, Angels, and please tell us about what was your price when you joined real estate, because I see here people who are in real estate for quite a bit time, and I believe everyone pays. So please think about it and tell us, what did you pay for your journey? So it's already 23 minutes past, and I have so many questions. And you guys are such interesting people, individuals and professionals. I believe we can do part 2. But again, let's try.
Let's keep going. Let's keep going.
Yeah, yeah. So you guys mentioned you have several businesses in real estate, and I know about some. You do TC business, and you do several strategies buy and hold. Of course, I'm mostly interested about your buy and hold business. And I know now you guys focused on co-living PadSplit model.
Yes.
So was it accidentally, or you stepped into co-living space with purpose?
Ooh,
That's a great question.
I don't think we stepped in there. I don't think we stepped. We ran. We ran in the door.
When you saw that first cash on cash return, we were there. But no, seriously, it is.
Oh,
It is a different beast.
so what
Yeah.
was the start point for you to start running into co-living?
You know, I guess I'll talk first, but for me, it was very interesting what you could actually do with it versus just a regular long-term rental, even Airbnbs. It is a truly different concept, and unlike some of the other exits, you can truly make the most money doing the least things with co-living. I mean, I don't
I
know.
love it.
I don't know a more simpler way to put it than that. It's the money you make versus the work that is put into it. And I'm not going to say that's for everybody. For Chris and I, yes. And now you know, Elena, being a partner in one of ours, it's very streamlined. We could almost go live in a PadSplit in 30 days with our eyes closed at this point.
Yeah.
It's that streamlined. So to know that we're making 3 times, 5 times the return of a regular long-term rental, if not more, um, and the effort that you have to put in it, it's just a no-brainer. Yeah.
Absolutely. I can agree more. I could not agree more. And it has always been something specifically that has been around.
My network issues again.
Yeah, no, you're fine. You're fine.
Mhm.
A lot of people don't realize that it's been around for a long time. I literally, when I was just wholesaling in Rochester, uh, I was walking properties, didn't know they were co-living. I had no idea. I'm walking properties, taking pictures. Oh, this is pretty neat. They had extra doors. Like that they just maybe it's a man cave. I don't know, but years later to know that there was truly like split of co-living, it's a game changer. These landlords are strategic. They're creative, and that's something that more so we grabbed the bull by the horns. It took it and just kept going. And we're not going to stop. Even going into 2025, we have a lot of amazing opportunities that we're going to offer to not just our students, but to the public as well, of different opportunities to have them to be hands-on and or maybe hands-off on the PadSplit. So it's going to be a lot of different things that Angel and I are rolling out specifically that I want to say maybe second week or third week of January. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be a done for you program where if you want to know about co-living, guys, if you want to know about PadSplit, shared housing, it's going to be literally all in the box. It's going to be in a box. So co-living, guys, if you have any properties whatsoever, we're across 17 markets right now. We are nationwide. I just want to preface, we are nationwide. However, Jacksonville, Florida, Texas, Louisiana, North Carolina, Atlanta, Philadelphia. If you're in those markets, go ahead and send it to any one of us. Yeah. Any one of us, myself, Angel, Elena, we're always looking to buy. No ifs or buts about it. Even if you're looking to become a lender, reach out to one of us. We always have a lot of opportunities. We'd love to jump on a call or Zoom and see exactly how we can make sure it's a win-win situation to ensure that that one, your return is there, and two, it benefits you as well. Because let's be honest, you as a lender, whether you're becoming a private money lender versus a private money partner, you're going to be treated the same.
And Chris, I know you touched on it just a little bit, guys, but for those of you who have been, around the way for a little bit, and you've not been able to really get that proof of concept, what Chris and I are rolling out is going to guarantee that. So it's pretty exciting. I can't wait to roll it out, but it's going to guarantee your proof of concept. So I can't wait to get it out there, because I know there's so many people that have struggled to get that first property, and this is going to solve it. So really looking forward to it.
Absolutely. Guys, if you're not even co-living or a PadSplit, you're missing out. You are missing out. It beats the LTRs, the long-term rentals. Imagine thinking that you're making a lot of, let's be honest, a lot of investors out there like to make $200 to $300 a month. That's great for you, not for us. We're talking about netting $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000. That's the ball game that you should be in. If you have an LTR, if you have a long-term rental, guys, or mid-term rental, reach out to one of us. Mm-hmm. We'd love to see how we can partner and see exactly how we can convert that over to maximizing your cash flow. You're probably leaving out money that you don't see. Mm-hmm. And that's fine. You don't know what you don't know. And there's nothing wrong with that. But I promise you, once you see the benefit of it and you try it just once, you're going to probably change your entire portfolio to
crazy. Yeah. It's a beautiful thing.
Absolutely. Yeah. Oh my gosh, so many questions I have, but as soon I already asked it a kind of personal questions, and
I don't do personal questions on here.
I don't do them at all, but
She froze again. But guys, if you have any questions in the chat, just if you're here watching live, just throw them in the chat. Angel and I would love
Type
to
of question.
cover questions.
So
Up there she is. She's back in
There
action.
you are. You
Oh.
totally cut out on us.
my connection.
Yeah.
No worries.
Oh my gosh. I don't know what you heard, what you did.
Nothing.
Didn't. I tried to say so. I'm not going.
Well, that's all.
Well,
folks.
guys, if you're in StreamYard,
Or
you can actually drop it in the chat.
related to. Oh. Oh wow. Do you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
It's just not working. Letting her be great tonight.
Should.
We heard shoot.
Should. Yeah. Oh, good. So my question will be, how you guys, what kind of strategies do you use to avoid high level of vacancies?
High level vacancies?
Yeah.
That's a phenomenal question. And the biggest one, in my humble opinion, is the type of landlord you are.
Explain, please.
Yeah, absolutely. So that this comes with a lot of different things. How well you like to keep up with your actual asset. With a lot of our pastors, we have cleaners going in every week, faithfully. Whether it's something they be cleaning or not, they have their ass there to clean something.
Every week? Every week?
Weekly cleanings. Also, ensuring that you have the right property management in place. What I mean by I say that, what's the quality of tenant you're going to put in there? Luckily for us, there's a lot of vetting going on in the back end with co-living and PadSplit, but at the same time, let's be honest. Let's put that to the side and you just have a regular LTR or MTR, you got to vet that yourself. You know, is someone coming in that's going to trash your place, or do you want a tenant in there that's actually going to take care of it as their own? So there's a lot of different factors. I think that the number one, in my humble opinion, is the actual landlord. And second to that is most of the cleanliness. You know, you got to ensure that you're clean, and also just imagine yourself walking into a house. Are you seeing holes in the wall? Do you look up? Do you see the sky? Like,
Yeah. Anything like that.
Yeah, pest control is huge. You want to make sure. I personally like to live with roaches. Angel already know, if I see a rat, they're not part of the lease or the mortgage, they can have it. I'm gone. So,
I mean, go ahead.
no, you're good. Go ahead.
No, I mean, those are all great points, and it is different. It depends on whether it's a long-term rental, a mid-term rental, Airbnb. But I know we're kind of talking about PadSplit specifically. You might want to answer Bill, but we've got the PadSplit specifically. It really comes back to property management. And I'm just going to give you an example, Elena. The neat thing with PadSplit is not only is your home being rated by everybody who stays there, but they're also rating each other as tenants, right? And they also, so if I'm going to go and get a PadSplit room somewhere, I'm going to look at all those ratings, right? I'm going to also look at the members that are currently living in it. What kind of ratings do they have?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you have a property management team that is being very careful when complaints are made against someone to nip them in the bud right then, because you can't, it's a third party system. I can't go in there and jack up my numbers to make me look good. PadSplit's in charge of that. I have no control over that. Right. So if you've got, and we've had that happen with one asset that started to go down. And you know why? Because that particular property manager wasn't doing the things that needed to be done versus other ones.
Correct.
That were, really taking care of any tickets that came in, was making sure if any rating dropped, to get to the bottom of it and find out why it dropped. Did somebody give a bad review because they saw roaches, or, what was it? So having the right management in place for those assets is what guarantees occupancy. We have not fell below 90% occupancy with the exception of one asset only. So to keep it consistent, and you have the proper property manager in place, those numbers stay high.
Very high. Bill, I'll get to your question 1 second. Bonita asked a great question. What is the general length to stay for a tenant? We actually have tenants that, let's say it's going on 8 months, who's been there since day one.
Broke dirt. Yep.
Oh, wow.
They broke dirt with us and they're still there. Yeah.
And that comes back to the landlord,
Awesome.
ensuring that the right landlord and the property management company in place to ensure that you're showing that you do care. You're taking care of things when things do go wrong. And let's be honest, within just real estate or anything in life, things are going to go wrong, whether you see it or not. And it's up to us to ensure that we provide them the resources to ensure that it's taken care of, because you just don't know. Bill asked a great question. Is a new co-living program in January as part of the revolt of something new? The answer to that question is yes. That is correct. That is going to be part of the revamp. It's going to be flawless. I'm going to my own horror. It's going to be flawless.
Oh, okay.
So Bill asked the question, said the map of the new PadSplit pricing of the cost balance around 5 months at around 14%. That is an angel question.
Well, I want to make sure that I'm clear on what he's asking. The new math, I'm assuming where Bill, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think you're talking about how PadSplit takes the first X number of days. Yeah, well, X number of days for every tenant. But so that those numbers are incorrect. But I do want to also state with, oh my gosh, I also want to state with the that being part of it, they're also having to commit to X amount of time at the residence too. So now when they sign up, they have to say commit to either like 12 weeks or they get charged $175 fee. So some of that offsets any of the costs that you're putting in the initial 10 days that they're taking theirs. And just to kind of go back to the occupancy piece of it, rarely, I can say never. We've never had somebody move in and move out in a week. That's never happened. Now, what you generally do see is somebody comes in for maybe 30 days and they move on because they really were in transit somewhere. You know, they were stopping through or they were working a job or something like that. But most of these people, if you are providing a clean, nice place for them to stay, and, you know, you showing them respect when they say that there may be something wrong, they're putting in maintenance tickets, you're taking care of those people tend to stay around. Because a lot of these people have hopped around to a couple of different PadSplits, and when they find one they truly like, and there's people in there, it's all kind of a lot of it's about the other tenants that are there as well. When they can find a group of tenants that are all acting like adults and taking care of what needs to be taken care of, they tend to stay. So a lot of that is offset. We've never experienced a negative issue from paying that PadSplit fee up front like that. So just wanted to touch on the many reasons why that really, when it comes to the bottom line, is kind of irrelevant.
And just to bring it all back,
it's great.
It comes back to time.
Yeah.
Have them take care of it. Pay that extra fee to make sure it's being taken care of. That's it.
Great. Thank you so much, guys, for all this information. So probably we have several minutes left, and people who watch us right now, please don't forget, ask questions, give some love to Angel, to Chris, because they just spent with us whole hour sharing with us their feelings, their mindset. And from my side, I would like to say, guys, thank you so much for being my guest today. I know you run PadSplit Zoom almost every week. For everyone, it's absolutely open source for whoever. I don't want to ask questions, to keep asking the same questions, because you answer all these questions on your Zoom. So people, if you want to get more information from Chris, from Angel, please join their Zooms. But anyway, as in conclusion for today, just couple something really interesting for people who are considering to step into co-living space from you.
You want to take that, Angel?
Sure. I think I would just really encourage people. Uh, it always comes back to money, Elena. People think they can't do things because they don't have the resource, but that's simply not true. If you really have a desire to hop into the co-living space, then reach out to anybody on this screen. We're all partners here too, um, because we can show you how to do that with no money, none of your own money at all. So don't let that be a hindrance. And if I'm perfectly honest, if you're not doing it at this point, you don't have anybody to blame but yourself. There are people out there willing to help you, to partner with you, to bring money to the table. Whatever it is you feel your obstacle is at this time can easily be overcome. So if you really genuinely want to hop into this space, you should be on those PadSplit Zooms with Chris and I every time we're on, learning, asking questions. And second, reach out, see what that looks like. See what a partnership with us would look like. We're here to be a resource. As Elena said, I mean, we love to give of our time. Sometimes we don't have enough of it, it feels like, but we're always here to support you guys. So if you desire to do that, you're your only excuse at this point.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And guys,
Thank you so much.
no, this is great. This is great. Oh, thank you for having us. This is amazing. This is amazing. I love just your energy. The first time I met you, Elena, in person, was it Vegas?
Yes.
Or was it Orlando?
Crazy.
I think it was Orlando, right? I met you in Orlando.
At Squad.
Yeah, I think it was Squad. I met you in Orlando. She had this bubbly personality, and I'm like, oh my God. Like it's just like your personality and stuff and your spirit is just different. And that's one thing I really, really just admire about everything you do. You come with everything you do is genuine, and I love that about you. Like it's so genuine, and you could tell like when you have a smile on your face, like even things are going, you always keep a smile on your face, and that's amazing. Because let's be honest, because you always got to just stay positive. You stay positive, and whatever you're going through, just stay positive. Because at the end of the day, just think about it. You always going to get through, no matter if you see it or not. You're always gonna. There's always the light at the end of the tunnel. And guys, as you can see at the bottom, Operations Rescue, Angel and I just let you guys know we did launch our second ebook, Chaos to Control. So if you haven't, Chaos to Control. If you guys haven't received that yet, please go to the website and make sure you download it. Let us know if you had any questions. One thing that Angel and I are actually going to be rolling out very soon. I almost said it. I'm not going to. I'm not going to say it. So our second book is on the site now. Go to operationsrescue.co. It's called Chaos to Calm. And let us know your thoughts.
Wow.
Let us know your thoughts. I'm sorry. It's like you would say something.
Yeah. You guys are source so much information. You're just open source, really. Cool. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being today with me. I'm really proud to lead this Christmas party.
I tried to get in the spirit.
Thank you, Benita. Thank you so much. Yeah, Chris, I love you. I love your t-shirt.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, Merry Christmas.
Yeah, just yeah. But no, this is great. Thank you for having us. You're amazing. So, this our partnership and what we just did with the property, what we're going to continue to do is going to be flawless. I'm super excited for the next thing. Bill, Merry Christmas.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Merry Christmas.
Guys, just remember, myself, Angel, Dana, we're all here to help you guys. Let us know how we can help.
Merry Christmas.
Anytime, any moment. Merry Christmas. Thank you so much, Chris.